This conference will now be recorded.
So in the new company, we are doing one is check payments and check returns. Let me open the system. Give me a second. Let me go to our company, which we have created, BIL. So in this company, yesterday we learned about cash and bank management, bank accounts. So we have created Axis Bank and ICICI Bank, and we have updated deposit slips as well. I think it is in ICICI Bank. Oh, only think it was updated only checks and returns. Okay, fine, got it. So now try to understand deposit slip payment. Let me take duplicate. And we are learning journal names. So for finance consultant, the biggest task is journal names creation. Okay, general ledger, collapse all, journal setup, journal names, we have created vendor bank payment, vendor cash payment, vendor check returns also. Check returns also we have learned. Now cash payment we are doing. Let me do vendor cash payment, sorry, customer cash payment. We are doing customer cash payment or customer payment, anything is fine. So suppose for the customers, I'm receiving from these customers, I'm receiving only checks or cash also. I don't want separate number sequence. Then I have created only one. If you want multiple, you can create multiple. Accounts receivable, customer payment journal, Okay, so here I have created, click on lines. Okay, select the date and then select the customer. Select the customer. Click on settle transactions. Suppose I'm selecting this one. Click OK. Suppose customer has paid $40. Then it will allow you, no issues. Now check receipt. I want to create check receipt. So let me take duplicate. Yesterday and day before yesterday we learned about check payment. Now we are learning check receipt. Okay, accounts receivable, payment setups, methods of payment, click on new. So check receipt. Fine, I'm selecting bank. Okay, then we can select here bank offset account type bank, and deposit slip is mandatory. Deposit slip is mandatory and payment reference is mandatory. I have enabled these three checkboxes. Okay, one is offset account type bank. Next one is deposit slip is mandatory. Payment reference is mandatory. Then here, if you select method of payment check, then we can select bank and offset account bank. You can select Axis Bank or ICICI Bank, anything. Now, use deposit slip is mandatory. Payment reference is mandatory. And without that, those things you cannot post. If you are trying to post, simulate posting, means posting errors I want to see, then it will show you errors clearly. Deposit slip must be selected. Payment reference is must be entered. These two errors it will come. So if you verify, deposit slip must be filled in, payment reference not specified. These are the warnings, because you are trying to, if you are neglecting this error messages or warning messages, if you are trying to post, it will not allow you to post. Okay, updates has been cancelled. It will not allow you because you have to mention the received check. So suppose this is the check number oblique. As I told you, the best practice is like this: 20 December 21. December 20th, check dated, and Punjab National Bank, PNB, suppose Bangalore. The check is PNB Bangalore, have received. Use deposit slip must be selected because all these setups are done in the method of payment. Now, if you click on postings, validate, simulate postings, operation is completed. Now you can post. So in the new company, we are doing one by one. So in the Axis Bank, if I go to this Axis Bank, now this is the checks actually. If you go to deposit slips, it will be shown here. It is not showing deposit slip. What is the reason? We have posted, we have not generated deposit slip. So once it is paid, you need to click on functions, deposit slip. This is generate deposit slip. I'm sorry, generate deposit slip. Now you can see this deposit slip is generated. Now if you go to the bank and if you refresh, deposit slip was updated. Okay, actually payment reference cancelled and pending cancellation is available here. It will be available here. I brought using add function. You know this one, insert columns. By adding that one, I can add. I brought like this. Otherwise, these three fields will be in the backend. In this general tab only it will show you, but I brought from there to here. Okay, this one is after 2 days or after 3 days, it was returned. Means check was not cleared due to non-sufficient funds. Then I need to do reversal process. So cancel payment. Reason code is not showing. Journal name is not showing. Journal name is not showing. Reason codes are not showing. Now it is your turn. You need to guide me where I have to go, what I have to do. I have explained in the check returns process. Now here cancel payment. Tell me where I have to go if I want reason codes. Yeah, am I audible? Reasons. Reason codes. Yesterday we learned, am I right? Where it is reasons?
In general ledger.
Okay, general ledger.
General setup, reason code.
So here,
No,
if you
no,
go,
right side, top, general ledger reason.
is it? So I'm creating now. Tell me now what I have to do. Whether I have to click on edit or create. It is there non-sufficient funds.
Okay, it means it is available in all the modules, so we have to go and create in the account receivable field.
Okay, accounts receivable. Okay, I'm going to this accounts receivable. Setup. Customer reasons. Customer reason codes. It is showing here. Okay, now what I have to do?
Create the.
So I'm using, I need to enable this checkbox.
Okay.
Understood? We need to enable this checkbox. So if it is enabled in this one, it will not sufficient. We need to go to cash and bank management, setup, and then reason codes, bank reasons. So customer and bank, both it should be enabled. Then only it will show you here while doing reversal. Now it will show you the reasons. Whatever reason codes you have created, it will be across all modules. One is general ledger, one is cash and bank, one is AR, one is AP, another one is fixed assets. All these modules. So if you want cash and bank and accounts receivable customer. So all we can see here in this organization administration setup, financial reasons. All reasons will show here, display directly, and you can select wherever the module you want to enable.
Okay. Rather than going to respective models, we can go in organization administration. We can select all the models.
You can select all modules if you want.
Okay, got it.
Whatever you want. This is general ledger, this is fixed assets, this is bank, and this is accounts receivable and accounts payable. So if you want to do reversal for vendor, then vendor and bank should be there. And if it is customer checks, then customer and bank. It is two. It is not only one. It is two. Okay, fine. Deposit slip number is coming. Like reason codes, it is non-sufficient funds. It was returned. Now journal name is not coming. What I have to do? I need to
create the
journal name. Okay. So customer check returns. Customer check returns. The name of the journal type is here bank deposit slip cancellation. This one is deposit slip cancellation, whereas checks, it is bank check reversal. That is the reason from the day one I am explaining, like if it is a received check, it is not a check, it is deposit slip. Then it is deposit slip cancellation. Once again, you need to create vouchers.
number statement.
Sorry. It is mandatory, you need to map it. Customer check returns. Now it will show you from the drop down, the journal name will be shown. Now you can click on OK. It is deposit slip cancellation, cancel payment. So now pending cancellation is enabled. Pending cancel, it was enabled. Now, if you go to cash and bank, sorry, here payment reversal approvals, yes please.
Nothing.
Go ahead, okay. Deposit slip payment cancel reversal. Now it will show you one line. New button is not enabled, but it is created automatically in the lines. It's created in the lines. You need to verify, you need to validate all those things. Everything is correct. Then you can post this one. You can post this one. Once it is posted, now if you verify the deposit slips, refresh, it was cancelled. Now this button is completely disabled. It was reversed. It was reversed. Understood? Any questions or any confusion? So journal names, total journal names. Let me write down all journal names. It is most important for you. One is if it is a vendor payment. If it is a vendor payment, it is the type is vendor disbursement. Disbursement. If it is vendor check returns, check returns, then bank check return. The type is bank check return. If it is a customer payment, then it is customer payment only. If it is customer check return, then it is bank deposit slip cancellation. So you need to understand the journal type, important, most important. This is journal names. This is journal type. Okay. Any confusion on this 4? From last 2-3 days we are learning this one. So if you want more, see, vendor, for vendor I have created, one is vendor cash payment, one is vendor check payment. Sorry, this one, vendor bank payment, vendor cash payment. So both are vendor disbursement only. Okay, so if you want more number sequences separately, you need to create multiple journal names. For customer I have created only customer payment. If the client is asking like, no, I want customer cash payment separate number sequence, customer bank payment separately. Otherwise, customer Axis Bank separate number sequence, ICICI Bank separate number sequence, then you need to create those many. How the client wants those many numbers you need to create. So if it is a check returns, it is bank deposit slip cancellation process. Understood till now? If you want journal vouchers, means accountants, they will use the word JV, journal vouchers, then it is a daily journal. What do you mean? Actually, of course, here it is different naming. So let me go to here, general ledger module, collapse all, journal entries, general journals. Here also we need to create, of course, daily journal or journal voucher they will use. If I want here, then you need to create one more journal name. People will use the word like daily journal or JV, journal voucher, anything is fine. Some people they will use the word daily journals or journal vouchers, because when I learned this at the time like 20 years back, usually they will use the word JV, journal voucher or daily journal. So here daily, you need to create one more journal name, daily journal. Actually, in our system, GSMF company, it is general journal, GNJRN. They have used that word. Based on country to country, it will be vary, whatever the way it may be. Suppose if you want GJ, you can use GJ or DJ. Anything is fine, whatever you want. This is completely based on the client information or client opinion. Based on the client opinion, you can proceed. So I have created daily journal. Okay, now if you go here, it will show you daily journal. Now go to lines. And you can open. You can enter the details. It is BIL company code, DJ daily journals. If it is normal, it is general journal, something it is there 001, and you can post the transactions. Okay, fine. Next one is invoice journal. In the very first day, we learned about, our first week, we learned. Let me show you this one. In the very first initial days, first week, you have learned accounts payable, collapse all, invoices, invoice journal. Without any item, if you want to create, one is invoice journal. This is the first transaction you learned in the initial days. If you click on new, the journal name is not there. So we need to create one more journal name for invoice journal. Otherwise, vendor invoice journal. Without item master, if you are creating invoice, then it is invoice. So for this, it is vendor invoice recording. The type is vendor invoice recording. I'm sorry. So if you are not asking any questions, then in most probably 2 weeks, the sessions will be completed. So if you are asking, it will be extended. So you need to practice with the system a lot. Sorry, it is BIL company. Here I need to enter vendor invoice journal. Continuous is mandatory. For journal entries, it is mandatory. You need to make it continuous. It is case sensitive. It is not recognizing earlier. Now, if you go to here, now it will show you vendor invoice recording. Understood? Any questions, any confusion here? Vendor invoice journal, we have learned. In the very first day you have learned, or second day or third day, you have learned this first transaction. Like this, there are many things you need to create. So based on the requirement, you can understand these are minimum things you need to do it. Okay, minimum things. Any questions, any doubts, any clarifications required?
Yeah, if the continuous option has not been enabled in the number sequences, means what will be the impact actually?
It will not show in the drop down at all. You cannot select at all. Usually it should be. Usually it should be. Recently, some bugs are there in 10.0.21.22. Recently, some small bugs are there, but it will not show in the drop down. The same behavior in AX 2009, AX 2012, D365. In the dropdown, it will not show, but in recent versions, AX like in D365 F&O 10.0.21.22, there is some problems. So it is rectifying Microsoft. Already it is fixing.
But drop down means which is drop down?
In this drop down, you need to select, am I right?
Okay. Yeah.
It will not show at all.
Okay. So what the customized number sequence we created, it will not show in this drop down.
Okay, so Ganesh, just I want to give you once again reminder. Don't use the word customization. Customization is a technical.
Yeah. Okay.
Configured. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if
What
you are
we have
attending,
manually configured that number sequence will not show in that drop down.
exactly you're right. Exactly you're right. Because
Okay,
your intention is correct. Your intention is correct. Opposite person will understand misleading. It will be misleading and will understand differently. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Earlier, have you worked as a technical consultant?
No. I'm from a cross domain actually.
Okay, then because I'm using this word customization a lot from you, so that is technical word. Customization is it?
Okay.
So because your intention is correct, but opposite person will understand differently, then it will be your situation will be in great trouble.
Okay. Yeah.
So in the drop down, it will not show. Okay, fine. Any more questions, please? Anyone? Fine. So now I want to recollect in the very first week or second day or third day I have discussed. If I want to do vendor invoice, I told you 4 different options, 4 scenarios. I told you 4 scenarios. Am I right? What is the methods? Anyone can recollect?
Purchase order,
Invoice. Okay.
invoice journal and
Pending vendor invoice. Fourth one is invoice register and approval journal. I have explained only these 2. I did not remember whether I have explained this one or not. I will explain you now. Covered up pending vendor invoice. I will show you once again. Yeah. Now this is I will discuss with you now in this one. So this is we know very much clearly this one is without any item.
Without any proof. It's kind of service invoice. Or,
even service item also we cannot select. This is trading item or category. This is non-stocked product or category. So whether I have covered or not, let me recap this one. This is non-stocked product or category item. These two we did a lot, so many transactions. You learned a lot, but this is maybe very less. Let me recap what it was, and then most probably if it is possible today or Monday, we are going to learn this one. Tomorrow no session. I have some other personal work. So tomorrow no session. We'll connect once again on Monday. Okay, fine. Let me show you this one first. Even though if I have explained, let me recap this one. So vendor invoice journal, you know this one, and purchase order invoice we know very well. Now look at this one, invoices, pending vendor invoices, pending vendor invoices. Click on new button. Click on new button. Now select the invoice account or vendor account, whatever it was selected, whatever you have created vendor accounts. So if you select purchase order, it is a purchase order invoice. If you have not selected, then it is a pending vendor invoice. Now click on add lines. Look at this one, it is not showing any items, but we have created some items, but it is not showing. What is the reason? Let me go back. Product information. Of course, this is a logistic information, T&L information, but let us understand what at least high level inputs you need to know. So suppose if you are getting an opportunity for implementation consultant, there are two roles always. Suppose you are getting implementation consultant, then it is fine with finance. If you are getting support consultant, then my suggestion is try to learn finance and T&L. At the earliest. Okay, because in support you will get irrespective of modules. If you are giving a support for one client, suppose you are giving a support for client, then you will get tickets related to any module. You may receive tickets related to this, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this, or maybe this. I saw many my juniors, like whoever learned from me, they are pinging like they related to this area, or related to this area, or related to this area. So if you want to do handle anything, at least if you minimum knowledge, if you don't have finance and T&L both together, you cannot manage. At least if you want to manage it, you need to have these two. On top of that, your interest, whether you can learn these things or learn whatever it is. But you will not get retail, but definitely retail has different domain. So usually these two together will be need to be handled in support consultants. Understood? Individual support consultants. Fine. Now here I have created two. One is child 4. Suppose I'm selecting child 4. If I go to product, if I click on validate, all fields are mapped properly. If I select child, then if I click on, let me close this one. If I click on validate, it is throwing warning messages. You have not mapped so and so, so and so, so and so. Fine, it was not mapped. Now it is not showing any item master from the drop down. Okay, the reason behind stocked products are not there, non-stocked products. So category is fine, non-stocked products are not there. Non-stocked product means, let me click new button. Suppose I'm creating another item, table, something, any item I'm creating. Okay, here item model group should be non-stacked product. FIFO and weighted average, I don't want FIFO and weighted average. I want item model group non-stacked product. Non-stacked product means expense items. Expense items. So for that, I don't want stock checkbox. That is non-stacked product. Non-stacked product. Then we need to map this item model group for this item. Remaining all are same, no issues. Anything is fine. There is no issues. Click OK. This is non-stacked product. Just I have created whatever it is, any items, whatever it is relevant, any items. So let me close this. This error message is warning message, whatever it is there for the previous one. Now let me click on validate. Let me click on validate. Everything is fine. All fields are blue ribbon. All fields are fine. So it is non-stacked product for item model group. As I told you, this is heart, human being heart. You can compare with human being heart. So means heart will connect each and every part of your body. Blood pumping will be done from the heart. Okay, so it is. Now if you go to vendor invoicing, if you want, you can see drop down. This is showing here. So you can generate invoices, vendor invoices from this pending vendor invoice only for non-stacked product. Okay, I need to map site and warehouse. Let me map remaining site and warehouse. Okay, now you can do update mass status and post. So invoice number is regular process. We know that one. Invoice number must be filled in. Something. Invoice date is not mandatory. Best practices. Post.
Yeah, for this also we have to fill that site and warehouse before posting.
Yeah, it is mandatory because this form is opening from the purchase order. So it is mandatory. 1 second, what happened? Okay, so one ledger account is missing. That is the reason it was not posted. It was cancelled because let me show you what it is. So inventory management, posting, setup, posting. So purchase order, normally it will post to the inventory accounts. These two accounts at the time of packing slip, product receipt, I mean to say, at the time of invoice, these two accounts and accrual account. Now it will post to this purchase expenditure for expenses. This account is missing. Look at this one, the error message. Account number for transaction type, purchase expenditure for expenses. Purchase expenditure for expenses. This account is missing. So let me select some expenses. Suppose I'm selecting purchase expenses something. Now let me open this file and let me post. I can post from here also. Now once it is posted, you cannot see this transaction from here. It will show you only pending invoices. Then where we can see means we can go to inquiries and reports, invoices, invoice journals. It will show you all normal invoice journal, purchase order invoice, pending vendor invoice, everything will be shown here. If it is a purchase order, it will show you purchase order details. If it is not there, then it is this one. So you can see this says 01-001 is the transaction I have created. If you verify, you can verify the voucher. It is not showing, you know, this one. What is the reason behind? General ledger. The batch job is not executing, you know that one. Periodic tasks, subledger journal entry is not yet transferred. Transfer now, the same procedure. Now you can see the voucher. It is only two accounts. One is expenses account debtor to vendor account credit. Purchase expenditure for expenses account debtor to vendor account credit, and the accounts what we have mapped, those accounts are coming. Okay, it will show you all here. These are purchase order invoices. This one is pending vendor invoice. For pending vendor invoice, you can see the lines here. The item, it is non-stuck product. Okay, if it is normal invoice journal, if you post, I have not posted, let me post that normal invoice journal also, and let me show you here. Give me a second. Accounts payable, we have created but not posted any transaction. Invoice journal, let me do it quickly. We have created lines, we have not posted any invoice. So let me select a vendor account. So invoice date and 1-002 something I have entered. So suppose $50. It is purchased some like water bottles, something. As I told you, item cannot be selected. And expenses, some 6 series, some raw material receipts, something I have selected. Anything is fine. We can post. Now, if you verify the invoice journals, refresh, it will show you that one also. So BAL V-001. So invoice voucher series is this one, VIJ. This is VIV. And for purchase order invoice, I have not changed any number sequence. That is the reason it is coming. So this one, it is this one. If you go to lines, it will not show anything because there is no item details. Understood? Any confusion here? 3 types we learned. All these 3 types we learned. Okay. The 4th method I will discuss with you later on Monday. But if you have any questions, let me know. If you don't have any questions, I will continue with another 2-3 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Anyone has any questions? So whatever till now I did it, this company creation process, you need to do from the starting day to till now. Everyone need to do it. This, how many times you need to create? Minimum 20 times, 20-25 times. Then only you will get a job. If you are looking for change, your whatever you are learning, if you are looking for change, You need to start from the company creation process till now. Still, I need to do some more things. You are going to do all these things. You need to do it. So actually, I have combined up to like Monday for finance and T&L. But finance consultants, they need to continue. They are continuing in the new company creation process. So this entire process needs a lot of setups. It is your responsibility. That is the reason you are paid highly. You are getting paid a lot when compared with other people, because you need to do all these things. Okay, so people are approaching me like I want jobs, sir. Then how many times you tried? 2 times I have created, sir, company creation. What is the use? Okay, see, it is little bit rash from I mean to say little bit hard words from me, but you need to practice, and you need to come back to me with the errors, with questions, with problems. Now it is turn your time. Till now, from more than 2 months I have started. I'm explaining, and I'm struggling a lot to explain you. Means here struggling means to understand better to you. I'm in my mind, it will keep on working like how to deliver that information to this to my juniors. Now it is your turn. You need to practice, and you need to come back to me with your problems. So simple. If you are not practicing and if you are not coming with problems, then course will be completed in exactly 2 weeks. Then after that, it is your problems. Frankly, I'm speaking. Okay. Any questions, please? So try to utilize the time at least. Any questions?
Okay, I hope that purchase expenditure, I think we need to, we are yet to complete that.
Which one? Purchase expenditure?
Purchase expenditure for expense, I think.
That I will cover. Purchase expenditure for product.
Yeah.
That is simple only. Simple one only.
Okay.
Just I'm waiting. This I will discuss. Purchase expenditure for product. Definitely I will discuss.
Okay.
Small thing, because if you practice more, your mind will be increased a lot. Your mindset will be become strong. If it is becoming strong, then I can inform you this is very simple now. In the very first, if I explain this one, it is very complex to your mindset. It is very complex at that time. Now it is very simple. It is 5 minutes job. Why it is coming zero, I will discuss with you. A very simple, I will discuss with you. What are the root causes and what are the different scenarios? The value will be updated here. The value.
Okay.
Right. Any more questions, please?
Is any methodology used in this process? I mean,
methodology means I did not get you, Shiva.
we are doing this project, sir. In with which methodology we can use that implementing the project?
So implementation methodology is different from this one. You are learning company creation process.
Okay.
You are learning company creation process. Implementation methodology means majorly documentation.
Okay.
Implementation methodology means documentation. Am I right? So that is majorly documentation, like FDD preparation and all those things. This is, it is irrespective of methodology, you need to do.
Okay.
You need to do. Irrespective of methodology, you need to do. Okay.
Okay.
So frankly, I'm speaking, whatever you are learning, it is whenever you are working with the real-time scenario, you will face so many problems. Whatever you are learning, the same, you will not get errors. In real-time scenario, you will get so many kinds of errors. Okay, those errors, if you want to understand, first you need to understand the basics. So I'm making you pillar strong. Okay, I'm making your pillar strong. Okay, so on top of that, you need to build a lot. So why IT companies are paying highly? The reason behind, you need to invent, you need to verify, you need to do a lot of work.
Okay.
Fine. Fine. Any more questions? Okay. Any more questions, please?
Okay, sir, in this share purchase, we have used as expenses, not as an inventory. So will it not affect anywhere like
Which one?
inventory? I mean, we have whatever we have done as of just now, okay, those pay items we have purchased as expenses, not as inventory, but we have kept at the warehouse and store, site also.
Okay.
So, will it not impact anywhere in inventory?
Okay, fine. So you are talking about table, this one. Okay.
Of course, we have set like the weighted average. If we calculate the on an average rate only.
Okay, so in this, to be frankly, in this on-hand inventory, it is non-stacked product. If it is a non-stacked product, it will not create any transactions on the on-hand inventory, but invoice is used. That's it. There is no transactions inside. So why it is asking like pending vendor invoice? The reason behind, because you are selecting item, definitely you need to select wherever item is there, you need to select site and warehouse. Wherever item is there, that item will have should have site and warehouse. That is the reason it was captured.
But do we have any provision that when this non-stock item, it means that we are going to consumption or we are going to utilize for the our actual office purpose? That time, is there provision that no need to select the warehouse and site when we are creating this item itself?
So we cannot design, we cannot create an item without site and warehouse. So while mapping here, so either at least site you need to map it. Here, storage dimension group, you are creating. This storage dimension group, if it is site and warehouse or at least site. At least one site should be created. Look at this one. Usually site and warehouse is the best practice.
Okay.
So this is mandatory. We cannot skip that one because item means site and warehouse. So for only pending vendor invoice, because this only for pending vendor invoice, design cannot be changed. I totally agree with you. If it is not, transactions are not showing, why it is I need to select like site and warehouse, but the design is, it is a design, because if it is item means you need to map storage dimension group. Storage dimension group means either we need to map site and warehouse, and on top of that, if you want, you can use remaining. Usually site and warehouse will be mapped. Means which location you are purchasing this material. It is mandatory. You cannot do anything.
Okay.
Fine. Any more quick questions?
If we are purchasing the fixed asset from the vendor by issuing the purchase order, what we have to, whether we have to enable that stocked product or by.
We'll discuss. That is a pending topic. Still next week we are continuing fixed assets. Okay. At that time you will understand.
Yeah.
Definitely. Fine. Any more quick questions? If nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again on Monday morning, 7 a.m. ST. See you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sita. Bye, everyone.